Rosie, for this dish, you might want to put on your best Indian South African accent because I'm making bunny chow, which is the sort of thing you would have for brunch if you were in South Africa. Right. Now, it sounds really weird, I know, because it just sounds a bit wacky, doesn't it? Bunny chow.
I thought there was going to be a rabbit in it, I must admit.
Well, you could make it with rabbit if you wanted to, but what I'm going to do is make it with chicken, which is almost like the poultry of the rabbit world, you know? So what I'm going to do is make a curry. And the curry is going to be put inside this loaf of bread.
Curry
what we
for
do
breakfast.
is we cut it in
Lovely.
half, we take the inside out and we put the curry into it. And that's what we have for breakfast. It's gorgeous. Now, what I'm going to do is I've got my pan on here, I'm going to start sautéing off some vegetables. What I'm going to get you to do, Rosie,
yes.
I've got some spices here.
Some gorgeous spices.
Some turmeric, some coriander, some cumin, some garam masala, some chili powder and some black pepper. What I'm going to do is mix it in with the chicken here.
My favourites.
I'm going to get you to mix it together with plenty of salt and pepper. So if you can grab some salt from over there, and I'll add some extra pepper over here from, well, we're going to call this the lighthouse now. There we go.
The lighthouse.
Pop that over there. Now, if you can mix that together, mix it together with the back of the spoon. I want you to incorporate everything. Whoop. Now, what we're going to do is just flavour up all that meat, and you could pop that chicken into the fridge for a couple of hours to marinate or fester, as I like to say, and that's going to get the flavour to go all the way through it. But I like to just get it all together, and we're going to throw it in and brown it all off. Now, I've got some garlic here, and I'm just going to crush this garlic. This is new seasoned garlic, which is just beautiful. It's full of flavour and nice and juicy, and I'll just rough chop it like that. And ginger. This is some new seasoned ginger, and when it's like this, what I do, Rosie, is I slice it nice and thin all the way through till I've got these lovely thin rounds, and then I just lie them down on the side there and slice them through again like this. So you get these little strips, or little julienne we call it, and they'll be nice and crunchy.
When you get a bite of it, it's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, they'll have a lovely, lovely flavour to it, and they will soften up. It won't be like that fibrous, crusty ginger you get that's hiding behind the vegetable compartment right at the back there that goes really dry. So I've got some bay leaves and some kaffir lime leaves, and I want you to show you both of them.
You've really got a lot of superfoods in here.
This is going to be a
South Africans know what they're talking about. What a great way to start the day.
This is going to be a super bunny chow for sure. What I'll do is I'll slice up them chilli, all nice and fine there. Now, this pan's really, really hot, so a little tip is to pop your stuff in straight away. Even without adding any oil at all, we've got plenty of sizzle going on here, which is really important. You want to brown everything off beautifully. In goes my veggies, and what I'm going to do now is add the olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, and then I'll get it sizzling. This is a great way of making sure that you don't burn yourself. You get the stuff in there already. Hear that frying? This is really hot. But what I haven't done is endangered myself by splashing myself with hot oil, which is what you don't want to do. What I'm going to do, Rosie, screw the lid on and add some salt. There we go, because salt loves meat and meat loves salt. And I know there's no meat in here yet, but there will be very, very soon. And what I do is just stir that around a little bit to try and get some colour in there. And I'll stir this round for about a minute or so until it starts to soften a little bit, and then we'll add the chicken. So, Rosie, you can see the veggies have softened a little bit. We've got some lovely flavour in there, but we haven't got the curry flavour in there yet. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit of this rendang paste. I love rendang. We've got a lot of flavour in here already, but to add a little bit more flavour, this is going to be the thing. And a good couple of tablespoons in there, which is probably about half a jar, and I'll hand that to you. And the trick with the curry paste is to just break it up a little bit. You want to fry the curry paste in some oil so it really lets the flavour go.
I can already smell it.
You can, can't you?
Wow, yeah, lovely.
Now, at this stage here, you could pop your tofu in here, or, you know, whatever else you wanted to. And broccoli or whatever else. Cauliflower, you can make a nice cauliflower curry. But no, I'm just going to bring it back from there. There we go. We're not going. We're going to add our chicken. Chicken's going to go in there because this is going to be our chicken bunny chow. In it goes into the pan here. And what I'm going to do is sweat down or brown off my chicken with the curry paste and all those spices. And this is the beautiful part. You can actually smell all these spices coming together. It will be a strong, powerful chicken curry, but nice and mild with the addition of some coconut milk. I think that's going to smooth it all down. It's one of those things, if you've got too much chilli in there, you could always add a little bit of coconut cream or some milk, and then it helps to soften it. So what I do is just stir that around a couple of times, just like that, and I'll grab these potatoes as well, pop them in, and over there I've got some stock. I've got chicken stock, but if you wanted to, you could always add some water or some more coconut cream or even some almond milk. I've even made a curry with that before. So what I'm going to do is just cover the top of that chicken because I don't want to have too much liquid in there.
Want your herbs?
Yep, pop the coriander in there. Now this will take about 45 minutes or so until the chicken is nice and tender. I'll turn this down nice and low and let it simmer away. It'll give us time to clean everything down, maybe have a bit of a break because I'm working my heart out here, and we'll come back and put this together and make some delicious brunch bunny chow. Rosie, you can smell this curry. It's come together beautifully, hasn't it?
Yeah, it really has.
I've also got a little salsa here with some cucumber, some spring onion, some chilli in it, a little bit of lime and some extra virgin olive oil, and of course seasoned with salt and pepper.
Lovely.
And you've stirred that around beautifully. This is going to sort of freshen it up and give it a bit of life and a little bit of colour as well, and some zing. Now, this is the bunny chow bit. This is this thing that's really, really important. Now, you can use any sort of loaf you want, but really to be traditional, this is how you would have it, a square tin loaf like this, and you would cut it in half like that, or nearly in half, and then the inside here, you scrape it out with your fingers. What you want to do is pull this part out, which you can keep because you want to be able to have something like this to dip into the curry. We've got a hollow part there that's ready to go, and what you do is you grab the curry like this and you scoop it straight in. And the idea of this is to pop this onto the plate, and as you eat the curry with a fork, you pull off pieces of bread and eat the bread with the curry together. It goes on the top like that, and then we put some of the salsa on top of it as well. Look at that. Have a little taste of that. I'm going to pull out a piece of chicken because I think the chicken's cooked nice and beautifully.
I'm going to have a go at your lovely salsa, but that, I would love to do a tofu version of that one. I really would.
It's a great brunch. I think we've done some great dishes. Your fluffy pancakes, they were a lot better than I thought. In fact, they were very delicious. But I reckon this is the thing that takes the cake. Nothing beats getting up in the morning or the afternoon and having a nice curry in some bread.
I have to agree.